Hello, Beez Bladers, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, then welcome to you too. If you like knives, knife talk, knife reviews, and the like, you've come to the right place. We all go down the rabbit hole of knife collecting enthusiasm together on this channel, so let's jump right in. Gee whiz. All right. This, I got the notification today at work, and I was like, man, I still have 4 hours to go. This is the Cold Steel Code 4, and it is going to be used every day at a working farm to see how well it performs. I'll get into that here in just a little bit. So here is your package. Code 4. There's some specs on the front for you. There's that. And what we have here, it does have the triad lock, just like my other cold steel knives do. Got your warranty there if you want to take a shot of that. All right. Let's check this bad boy out. I got this knife on Amazon for $73.70. And as of this date, the date of the release of this episode, there's an extra pocket clip. I'll explain that here in a second. And as of today, the day this is posted, it is still available for that price. Looks like we got some, look like it's well lubed. I'll let you take a look at it right out of the box. So let me find something to get that off of there so I don't have it all over me. Hey, that's the whole thing about an unboxing, right? You get to see exactly what I see. So let's check it out. This is the Tanto version. Man, that is a nice looking knife. I'll let you take a look at it. Now, there are several different styles of the Code 4. You can get a clip point, a drop point, partially serrated, the Tanto, satin blade, gray aluminum handles. There's a lot of online options for this knife. I did see one option, and I of course will put all the links to everything that I find in the description for you. There is one that I in AUS 8 steel, which is cheaper. It's about $58, $59. But I mean, just me personally, if I'm going to get a knife that's this large and made to be a working knife, I'm going to save an extra 15 bucks or so and get the S35VN, you know, if you wanted to perform at a little higher level. So let's go through some specifications here. Let's check out and see how much it weighs. Now, I'll go over what it's listed online. And, you know, as you guys know, it can be different from place to place. Come on. There we go. Oh, I forgot what kind of lock we were using here. So 4.28. Online, it was listed as 4.15. So mine probably gained the weight in lube. Overall length, 8.5 inches. I'll put it down here so you can get a look at it. So 8.5 inches long. Blade length is 3.5 inches. Let's take a little quick gander here. Zoom in for you. So yeah, so here's your 3.5 mark. So it looks like the sharpened edge is just right around 3.5, maybe a hair less than 3.5. Let's look at the cutting edge we've got here. Ooh, that looks nice and clean. Does this not look like a working blade? Like, you know, it doesn't look like something you're just gonna open letters with. I mean, come on. Blade stock thickness of 0.13, and here we've got a nice big billboard, code 4 on this side. And on this side, cold steel. It is made in Taiwan, and it has S35VN steel. So you got your Tanto blade with a hollow grind and a satin finish. You do have a little sharpening choil right here. There's really no forward choil to speak of at all. But you can choke up on it. It's not going to get your hand next to the blade, so that's pretty cool. Let's take a look. You know, I use so many liner locks. I'm just instantly inclined to push here, and I push and I'm like, nothing's happening. Where's the liner lock? It's because there isn't one. This is the triad lock from Cold Steel, and it is a super strong lock. So you got a handle length of 5 inches, the thickness of 0.35. Let's look in comparison as far as your profile. It's not going to be much different than this is the Manix 2, the Spyderco Manix 2, which is actually going to be wider. It looks like a really wide profile, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. The handle material is 6061 T6 aluminum. And do we have any milling? No, there is no milling. It is solid, which is pretty nice. I have a lanyard hole, and from the looks of this, we definitely have a reversible pocket clip. But you know what? It's not reversible, because as you saw when I opened the package, it comes with an extra pocket clip because the way the handle is contoured and curved. If you put this on this side, it would look kind of funny coming back this way. So that's actually pretty nice, you know. Rather than just make it one-sided, they're like, hey, we're going to throw in an extra pocket clip in case you want to carry it on the left side. Because this knife is completely ambidextrous. Obviously, all you got to do is change your pocket clip and you are good to go. You can't carry it clipped down, but I don't know many people that do want to carry their knife clipped down. So that's pretty cool. That is really nice. Zero blade play or blade rock. I mean, this feels like a fixed blade knife. I mean, it feels sturdy right off the bat. I mean, it is. I mean, it feels like you could chop down some trees with this sucker. Next, we will check the deployment, ergos, and do some comparisons. Hey, if you're still watching and like getting new knife content, unboxings, and reviews at least twice a week from my experience with carrying, using, sharpening these knives, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit the bell button so you don't miss it. You know, I'm going to have knives, reviews, and all of that on the way. So if you don't want to miss it, go ahead and do that. I only ask once per episode, so there's that. All right, let's check out the deployment of this puppy. You know, something that I've been forgetting. You know, I always look to how many ways can I open this knife because I love to fidget. Well, with this guy, let me zoom way out here. With this knife, I'm going to have to get used because I don't really have many knives with the back lock. But this knife is going to be a working knife. So let's see if you can flip it open. I know the triads, I might not be able to. Let's see. Oh, might take a little bit of wrist action because this is yeah, that's stiff. But I think that's what you're going to get with this knife. So you got to give it a little bit of action. Of course, this is brand new out of the box. I mean, it had oil on it. I don't know if that came from the pivot or where, but I think I'm going to take this apart and adjust it. And I bet you I will be able to deploy that. So I've only tried it a couple times with some force. Yeah, that's not going to be an issue. And being a strong knife, I mean, it's not going anywhere. So you can, woo. I have small, my hands feel really small in this knife compared to the, we'll compare it to some other knives. And you know, I don't have many full-size knives like this. So this is new and you guys are experiencing it right along with me. That is pretty cool. So the slow roll. So you can do the slow roll. You can do the thumb flick. And I guarantee there's no way I can do a reverse flick. That's not happening. Now I can open it, and actually with a little practice, I could probably go ahead. Yeah, I can. Just with this one, it's going to take a little bit of wrist action, which I know nothing about. Yeah, man, you talk about solid. I don't know if you guys are hearing that, but it's bam. It is reverse flick. If I can get my thumb on there. Yeah, that's going to take some work. But I'm all about the fail. It's pretty solid. That's about the only way that you're going to open this knife. And I guarantee after I've worked it out and cleaned it up and loosened it up, that reverse flick I can use. But you know, that's not, this knife isn't necessarily a fidget knife, right? So you can follow me on Instagram at Beez Blades, and you can direct message me anytime. You can also email me. I'll put it up here so you can get a screenshot if you want to get one. You can email me at beezblades@gmail.com, and I'll put those in the descriptions along with the link to Patreon if you'd like to support the channel and its content. Now, so, as I was saying earlier, this knife is going to be put to the test of sorts. My brother, he works on a farm, and he is going to come get this knife, and he is going to put it through the ringer and not be friendly. I mean, he's not going to intentionally abuse it, but he is going to use this knife as a workhorse and the tool that it is. He'll use it the way I believe this knife was designed to be used. I mean, I'll use it after that, and we'll come back for a full review and see how it held up. A special shout out and thank you to Jared at Neves Knives for recommending this knife as a potential good knife for hard use on the farm. And if you haven't checked out his channel, go check him out. I'll put a link in the description to his channel. Tell him Beez Blades sent you. So, first impressions. It's pretty solid. I mean, it's pretty solid. As far as goes, now if I'm really squeezing on my fingers on the inside here, I'm feeling a little bit of this sharpness. But when you're pushing and cutting, you know, it's all coming back here to the back of your hand. So, I don't know. That's yet to be seen. Let's look at the top here. I guess you would call that jimping, but you can't feel it with your finger. It doesn't help with grip. I think that's more of aesthetics. And there's no jimping along the top here. So overall, the handle's pretty smooth. But I tell you what, a lot of the knives, when I put my fingers in the flinger flots, but the grooves usually don't fit my fingers. These actually fit. And there's plenty of room. If you have large, extra large hands, there's plenty of room for your hand to fit in here. And it really fits comfortably. I mean, I can see doing some heavy duty cutting with this thing. Let's take a look. Any other hot spots? The back, you know, which is going to take a lot of your force when you're doing your cutting. The back is smooth, and I'm not getting any issues right now pushing on it. So I don't think that being an issue. Let's see what it looks like in a pair of jeans. And then we'll do some comparisons. So, well, there you are in a pair of jeans. Not too bad for a working knife. You'll be able to get a hold of it. It's got a nice strong clip. Heavy duty clip. It's nice and strong. It is not a deep carry, so you saw how much you're going to have sticking out of your pocket, which just is a little bit. But you're not trying to hide it anyway. Alright, so there's that. Let's do some comparisons and give you guys an idea what this knife looks like up to some knives you may or may not have. Alright, so here is the Spyderco Manix 2. You can see it's a little bit longer than that. It has even, I thought this was kind of a larger handle. You know, I have medium beefy hands, and it's got it beat on that. What we got here? CJRB Kicker, which is a large full-size knife. Put that up there. Now the Kicker looks like it's got about the same length, just about the same length of blade, but definitely not handle. Let's move this down here. All right, let's check out a couple more knives next to it. Give you an idea. Here is the Mini Tough Light. This is also cold steel. A little baby. So there's your Mini Tough Light. Let me move in for you. And real quickly, here is the Tough Light. Now, I will say there is a easy modification you can do to make the action of these knives a little easier to open. But I think I would rather use it as a working knife and let it break in on its own. You know, I did a modification to this Mini Tough Light so I could flick it open. It's hard to do on camera when you're looking through a camera. So let's see here. Here's the CJRB Centros, which has a nice long blade. Looks like they're about tied in that arena. But its handle, it does not have the handle. This handle definitely is gonna be really useful. I mean, you're gonna be able to get a full grip on this sucker. Let's go through a couple more here. Here's the Civivi Insight, which is a full-size knife. I really like this knife. I've been carrying it. I call it my mini chef's knife. I use it in the kitchen as much as I use it anywhere else. You know, I've had people at work, oh, you cut food with it? Well, yeah, it's steel. It cleans. Of course I do. So I'll have a full review of this coming up really soon. I'll just do a couple more. Here is one of my favorites I've been showing lately, the Civivi Ripple, R-I-F-F as in Frank, not Ripple. I've had a couple people say, did you say Ripple? No, I didn't say Ripple. And here is a knife that I just put up. Here's the Ortis. And we'll do just one more, because I like this knife too. Here's the Kershaw Natrix. All right, so there's my first look at the Cold Steel 4 Tanto. And as you know, I will be annoying my wife with the constant deployment of this knife the rest of the evening. You know, I'm going to obviously try to see if I can break it in one night. But a special thanks to all my subscribers and the new subscribers for making the journey so much better. And always remember, don't cut yourself.